All right, hey everybody, welcome to Nerd Science. Make myself taller. So you were absent for this lab, and here's what we got to do. This chart right here is going to have us figure out how to categorize stars based on these two things. Their luminosity, which kind of brightness is going to be close enough in our heads for now, but there's the definition of it right there, should that ever pop up. Rate at which a star emits energy relative to the sun. And temperature, and it's really no big deal. You're going to plot, now there's a lot of these, don't panic yet. We're going to plot a whole bunch of these, and it's just a temperature and a luminosity, put a dot. Pretty easy, right? But what we're going to have to figure out how to do, so what you're going to have to do is look and see how this is a little bit of a weird axis. This might be unusual compared to what you've seen, because each box is not worth the same amount. And that was what you had to do when you did living environment, right? Every single box can mark the same amount. But what we did here, what is done here, is some graphs have so much range. This one goes from 0.0001 all the way to 1,000,000. So if every box is worth the same amount, we would need one that's like taller than the school. Wouldn't work. So to compress it down, they do these exponential ones. And it's really, like, it might seem a little bit scary and weird, but it's really no big deal. Like if it's 80, just ballpark about where that would be, right? You certainly wouldn't be up here or up here. So that'd be there. We kind of have the same scenario here, where this box is 1,000, this box is 1,000, this box is 1,000. See how they're getting smaller and smaller? So they do that same idea. If we're going to go all the way from 30,000 down to 2,000, we would need one that's like really, really, really wide. So they do this to scrunch data onto a graph and have it still work. And it's all no big deal. It's all very doable. People got frustrated with the first 1 or 2 points, and then just the rest of them just went. It was easy. And the other weird thing on this x-axis is that it goes backwards. The higher numbers, the hotter stars are here, and then they cool off as they go that way. And that has to do with how we discovered this stuff and made this chart originally just by color, later on realizing temperature was part of it. And when they threw temperatures on there, they go backwards. But again, no big deal. Just count from right to left and you'll be fine. All right, so what I'm going to do, we did this in class so that we could get a lot of data onto one graph. We did this as like a group thing. So you're going to do that too. I'm going to, once I'm done with this video, assign everybody that was absent a different chunk of stars. And then by the end of the day today, on the 3rd here, we're hoping that we get enough people that we can like make a lab out of it. We'll see how that goes. So you'll get one. Maybe I'll do one right here for you. So if it was 4,200 for a temperature and a luminosity of 0.04, here's what I'm going to do. There's 4,000, there's 5,000, so 4,200 is probably right around here. At a luminosity of 0.04, we're going to go just below that right there and chuck a dot. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to color code these dots based on the colors of those stars, which are like linked with the temperature. So if I'm at 4,200, it's somewhere between yellow and orange. So I'm going to find myself down here a yellowish orangish. I don't know, how's that? Yellowish orangish? And put it right there. All right, so we got the yellowish orangish, sorry. Got sidetracked there. The other thing we're going to do is make the dots size 6. If you try to do it like a 1 and you try to scribble, it gets kind of messy like that. So we're not doing that. This will be much neater if, I don't know if I like that yellowish orangish. It'll be much easier if you use a dot that's size 6 like that right there. Try it again. Size 6. Boom. There you go. All right. So this thing will all get filled in. All the colors should match here. So really, honestly, all of those should be red. All of those should be orange. All of those should be yellow, blue, white, so on. White is a problem because we can't do a white dot on a white paper. So what we did to just fudge that was we made white dots black. And we just say in our heads, hey, those are the black ones. All right. So look for your name down here. It'll be there eventually. I already did that one. And plot your points. Then we got to wait for everybody that was absent to catch up and do some of this. And then we will make a good lab out of it. All right? Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.